welcome to our home. Karina gets a lot of email questions about what our kennel looks like and how our setup operates. So I'm going to give you a brief tour of our home and the kennel where the puppies will spend the next 8 weeks of their lives. And if you go to the left, this is where our home is. So this is where we spend all of our time, and you can see the boys here are tired from the morning walk. But if you go to the right, this door will take us downstairs to the kennel. Alright, so just a little background about our place, especially the kennel. We've lived here for about 3 years, and one of the reasons we bought the place is because when we moved in, the basement was unfinished. So when we first got here, all there was white walls, lighting, and concrete floors. And immediately we were drawn to one special thing that we did not put in and can't take credit for, was this fantastic elevated shower. And when I first saw it, I thought to myself, what the heck is that? Why is that 3 feet off the ground? And then I clued in, wait a minute, that's a dog shower. So it's easy to bathe the dogs at waist height and you don't have to bend over and get all dirty. The catch is you have to lift 100-pound dogs 3 feet in the air, and some of them don't want to go 3 feet in the air. So what have we done since we've moved in? Not a heck of a lot down here. So this bank of cabinets was already here, which we thought perfect. We just added the mini fridge, and that's great because one of our guys, Ben, has irritable bowel, so we have to feed him raw food. And ever since we switched into that, we've had no issues at all. But the raw food obviously has to be refrigerated, so that makes it easy to store it down here. Also, when you're dealing with puppies and the birth process and stuff like that, things like oxytocin, dewormer, those things need to be refrigerated, so it makes it quite handy to have that down here. There's not much else to look at back here. That's where the food is stored. So one is the cold room, the other just a closet, and then just kind of like backup puppy supplies. And then the piece de resistance, the feeding trough. Karina's father and I used the old kitchen countertop that we had from the renovation we did upstairs. So we completely renovated the main floor when we moved in. So we saved the kitchen countertop, we cut it in half, and we lengthened it. And then I cut some holes in the middle of it for the bowls, so just measured it out. And then we thought, hey, why not throw some backsplash up so the dogs don't get water and mess and all that stuff on the wall, and it's easy to clean up and wipe down. And then as an added touch, because I'm such a great decorator, no, not really, we just had them in the garage. So I had a couple birch logs in the garage, and I thought, that'd make good legs. So I just cut them to size and screwed them in. Over here in this area, this is where we take photos of new puppy parents and families, and also it's a really nice relaxing space for picking out puppies. So when people come to pick puppies, as you will, you get lots of time and can spend however long you need just to get a feel for the puppies, and we'll make some recommendations as to personality because obviously we spend a lot of time with them. But it's just a nice cozy space to do all that in. Over on this side of the basement, we set up the breeding pens and the whelping pens. So this is the larger of the two, and it actually has an indoor-outdoor run. Again, can't take credit for it. It was already here. One of the reasons we loved it so much here. So we have, it's standing up in the corner there, but a ramp. Sometimes we let the puppies, when they get older, obviously 7, 8 weeks, we let them out and let them run around in there. And then this is the larger of the two pens, so when they get bigger, 6, 7, 8 weeks, they spend most of their time in this pen. And here are our brand new 1-day-old Gertie and Ralph puppies. So you can see they're diving in for a lunchtime snack. Gertie's such a good mom. She has had 3 litters, so this is her 3rd litter now. In this litter we've got 5 girls and 1 boy. And normally Gertie has a very male heavy ratio, but this time it happens to be flipped, so way more girls than boys. And you can see she's cleaning them right now as they're feeding. One of the important things you've got to make sure she does that is to make sure that they go to the bathroom. You can kind of see the puddles there, so she's doing a great job. But yeah, the licking of the bodies, especially the genitals, gets things moving and gets them to pee and poo, and they've got to start doing that within the first day. So you can kind of see the outlines. There's under her leg, we've got one, and then there's red, aqua, blue is our lone boy. I know we're gender stereotyping, but what are you gonna do, right? If you've only got one, you might as well flaunt it. We've got purple, and then there's yellow somewhere. Where is yellow? There she is. So under this leg back here with red, you've got pink. So pink looks a little sleepy right now, and you can see pink has a cute little Swiss kiss. And there's mom. What a good mom, Gertie. You feeding your babies? So Gertie's in the whelping pen right now, and you can see we've got a heat lamp set up. She gets quite warm underneath the heat lamp. But you'll notice the piping around the edge, and that's just simply because if Gertie ever rolls and one of her puppies is behind her, the pen will keep her from rolling on the puppy and subsequently killing it. We haven't had that happen ever, but it's just an extra safeguard. And then this pen is, or the whelping box is removable, and it fits just inside this pen. So I just built this pen out of 2x6s. And this is kind of like an intermediate pen, so it's really helpful when the puppies get older. They start obviously going to the bathroom a lot, and we put some paper down, but to change the paper out is tough when the puppies are running all over it and chewing at it and biting your feet and toes and hands and all that stuff. So what we've done is we added the second pen just so we can change the puppies from pen to pen as we change the papers and the sheets underneath, just to keep things clean and fresh. This is our crate. I made the covering for it just to store essential items. So and then there's not much else to the station over here. You can see your cleaning supplies because it gets a little messy down here, but you know, supplies always close at hand. The chair's there right now. Normally it's out in family space, but during the first week it's really important to make sure that, you know, the puppies are feeding and growing, and we do a weigh check-in with them every day just to make sure they're getting enough food and they are increasing in weight. The ones that aren't, we take special care of and make sure they get on and spend more time feeding. Yeah, so this whelping box will come out as the puppies get older. And then we just set up a little blanket on this side, so we'll open the gate and Gertie will get an opportunity So just she gets really hot under the heat lamp sometimes, so she needs to take a break out on this side and just use the blanket. Sometimes if we're not here for a couple minutes, we'll come back and Gertie's taken out a couple of puppies and they're all feeding on the blanket, but we try not to let that happen just because they need to stay warm right now. I guess the last important thing to mention is just how crucial this first week is with puppies. So Karina and I take shifts in the evening. We've basically got them monitored 24 hours a day for the first week or so to make sure that everyone's feeding, everyone's growing, Gertie's okay. Right now Gertie needs antibiotics and some pain meds because we had to do a C-section for her. So we set up shop, and another plus to this basement is that there's a bedroom actually connected over here. And yeah, you can see some pillows removed because we were up late last night in the pen. And we've got a wonderful setup here with a door right into the pen, and there's Karina and Clark.
Hello.
And so Clark sometimes helps us out, and we've got her playpen jolly jumper down here, and she has a good dance party while we're cleaning puppies and feeding and all that good stuff. Yeah, so that's the kennel. Yeah, here comes Mom. And Clark likes to help too. She's quite enthralled with the puppies right now. She was really upset last night when we put her to bed because she was having such a good time feeding Gertie ice cubes, and you can see she's quite interested.